Let there be light. Oh, I don't mind the light today. Happy Easter, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Happy Easter, man. Waking up early because I'm going to go to church Easter Sunday. But also starting this live stream an hour early, 8 a.m. because Brittany said so. So we're starting the live stream a little early, starting today, 8 a.m. I'll be here. This is the Trigger Yogi live stream. What do we talk about? People love to jump on late and say, what's the topic today? Well, the topic today is I Must Confess because we had our third I Must Confess show in Yoga Leroy Studios. And definitely want to talk about that, kind of give you guys a recap about that. It is Easter Sunday. That's really it. My son, man, definitely want to talk about my son. Me and my son gonna have a little talk today. We are going to have a little sit down discussion today. My son has a condition called spoiled as fuck itis, and immature as fuck itis. That's my son's condition. I see a lot of kids suffering from this condition. It seems like the maturity level of kids is just a lot more behind than how we were. It's our fault. It's our fault because we drive them everywhere. We baby them until they're fucking 20 years old. You know, they don't know their schedule. We do their schedule, we do everything. We do everything for them. My son's 16. He's a junior in high school. When I was a junior in high school, I was driving, had my license. I was taking myself to and from football practice. If I didn't get myself to football practice, I wasn't going to football practice. It was as simple as that. Now, this is tough for me. This is a tough thing for me because my son is solid on a lot of things, most things solid across the board. Straight A student. He's been a straight A student all 3 years of high school. You know, plugged into basketball. That's where his focus is. He's not really asking to go to parties. I was partying when I was 16. I was already drinking and acting a fool. My son ain't out acting a fool. He's a little immature and he acts silly. He's not out there fucking around like I was and a lot of my friends were doing when I was 16. So I'm definitely grateful for the young man that he is. But there are some things that I've noticed um, that I just need to bring up and bring to his attention and find ways to make adjustments, mainly when he is addicted to playing video games, like all these kids are, right? He is addicted to playing video games. Um, so much that if I need him to do something, and this happened yesterday, if I need him to do something, if I need him to help me out, or you know, his room's not clean and I asked him to clean it, if his mind is set on playing video games and I tell him, well, this is what I need you to do, he will have such an attitude and he won't like shift out of that attitude. It'll just be a very uncomfortable, it'll just be very uncomfortable and he'll make it as uncomfortable as possible. This happened yesterday. Now I will say the day before yesterday on Friday, you know, I asked him to clean up his room and help me clean the house. And he had an attitude at first, and then he worked himself out of it, which is something I've been trying to teach him to do, to shift out of emotion, you know. Um, and because that's what was coming up during the basketball season. He gets so like emotionally involved in these emotions, right? That's what we do. We get so emotionally involved in our emotions. Our emotions happen and we feel a way, and then we get so emotionally involved in that emotion. Like, I'm going to stay in this emotion. You fine. I appreciate it. Thank you. And that's what's getting in his way when he was playing basketball last season. So I've been trying to help him figure out how to shift. So on Friday, he was able to shift. On yesterday, he was not able to shift. He wanted to play video games with his friends. Now I wasn't a big video game person when I was 16. I was out, I was lifting weights, I was trying to get big. Like, that's what all I thought about was basketball. All I thought about. Now, these kids think that they could think about multiple things because they see other people get to a high level thinking about doing and thinking about multiple things. Now, I know that's a very small percentage of people, right? I do tell these things to my son, you know. Um, Unfortunately, kids just don't listen in that regard. Like, they just don't listen to, until it's unfortunately too late. For instance, I've been talking to my son about diet since he was 10 years old. Um, and because he wants to be tall, he wants to be 6'5", 6'6". He can be if he eats the right things, if he puts the fuel in his body, if he tells his body to grow. Does he do it? Does he do that? No. I mean, these kids could grow till they're 21, 22, 23. We see that with the guy from the Spurs, the superstar from the Spurs. I used to be so stubborn when I was 16 and very addicted to video games, but that hobby of mine became my inspiration today, making a living. Oh, that's dope. That's good to hear. I love that. I love that, man. Um, yeah, he's addicted to. Man, I wish he would start streaming, you know? I mean, you on these games talking shit, might as well stream and build an audience, you know? Like, I bought him a AI camera. He never set it up, so I'm gonna use it. I brought it in my studio. So I want to see if that camera is a little bit better than, where is that camera? I want to see if it's a little bit better than the camera that I have, because this camera is only good close up. It's not good. I used it for the crowd camera yesterday. Okay, so to wrap it up about my son, yesterday I had, and this is going to transition into talking about I Must Confess show. So yesterday, first off, you know, been doing these father-son sketches. They've been doing well, so I'm trying to keep them going. On Saturday, I'm trying to keep the theme of a sketch about the AAU drama that parents and kids go through being in this whole AAU basketball thing, where there's so much drama. It's its own little world, and it's wild. So yesterday I gave him. Well, I've been talking about making the sketch all day since Friday, and yesterday I gave him a 2-hour heads up. We're gonna shoot the sketch. I'm coming home in 2 hours. Blah blah blah. An hour later, Jake, be ready. I'm coming home in an hour. And when I got home, of course, he wasn't ready. Of course, he wanted to play games. He didn't want to be interrupted. Of course, he had an attitude, and it was a struggle to shoot the sketch. And we'll see how I'm gonna edit it today after church, and we'll see how that comes out. I'm sure it's gonna come out fine. We shot it a few, maybe 3 or 4 times. I'm sure I'll get something good, but it wasn't enjoyable, and like I would like to like enjoy these moments with my son, shooting, you know what I'm saying? Because he's good at it. He's good at these sketches. He's a good actor. He's a natural, He's just natural with everything he does. He's a great young lad. But when he gets it in his mind, when he wants his way, it's hard to like be able to enjoy what we're doing. And that's just a combination of him being spoiled and immature. And I don't know how I'm going to get him out of that, because I think he needs to get out of that. It's going to hold him back, this thing that he has. I mean, unless he wants to be a professional video gamer, that is a thing. What he's doing with video games, what he's addicted to, it's not really serving him. It's a pastime. Now, a pastime gotta be a pastime. You can't let a pastime overwhelm all your time when you could be doing other things to benefit the things you actually want to do for a living. At 16, he's about to be 17, not a little buddy anymore. So, anyways, as fathers, it's hard to give advice that we know to be true and still watch them choose wrong. Yeah, man. So that was the first thing. So like Jalen, my son, his name's Jalen. My son, this was kind of like a struggle all day yesterday. All day yesterday, all he really wanted to do was play video games. But there was other things that I had planned. And the other thing I had planned was Bryce Jarrett's third show, I must confess. He's had 2 other shows. Um, they've both been fantastic. They're streamed live on Kick. Um, we used to stream it on YouTube, but YouTube loves to flag me for all kinds of reasons. So, I just decided to be like, all right, we'll just see what we could do on Kick, and I heard they're a lot looser with their regulations, guidelines, and that kind of thing. So we're over on Kick. Don't get any views over there. But I did YouTube how to start moving that channel forward, and I just, it's so I'm so overwhelmed when I throw shows and have podcasts because I'm doing it all by myself, and I don't have a lot of help. So this is actually something I'm not gonna just talk to my son about. I'm gonna also talk to Bryce Jarrett about, who this is his show, and I just need a little bit more support. Um, from all the parties that are producing the show. Now, like if this is just my podcast, I don't expect anybody to do anything other than set up. But if this is someone else's show, I do have some expectations. And these are the conversations that I'm gonna have, because it's just too much, especially for me not to be, there was no crowd. It was just the comics here last night, so there was no tickets sold. It was still a great show, and if you go on Kick, it is up there. Bryce Jarrett's third show, I must confess, it is up on Kick, and our sound was a lot better. Um, I'm managing the camera angles, and that was great. So every show that we've done at I must confess, has gotten better. Every show that we've done for Comedy Fitness Live, which is my live streamed podcast, has gotten better. So we are really ticking away at, these shows, like, really starting to take form. Um, but yeah, um, I gotta just have a little bit better communication, and let the people that I'm working with know that there are some expectations. You know, there was I had no help setting up. I had no help with the sound check before the show. We did a sound check the day before, but things happened during, the day of. And tried to get my son to help me check in people. Didn't I've been using Eventbrite to manage knowing how many people are going to be in the live audience, but nobody bought any tickets. Now, five people showed up, and those five people did not purchase tickets. Now, honestly, as a business person, that's unacceptable. And that's the thing that is, like, really hard to manage when I'm not on the same page with people, and my son is not helping me, and he chose not to help me. So this is a conversation I'm definitely gonna have with my son. Definitely need to have a conversation with Bryce Jared and just get on the same page with people, just so things just get a little easier and smoother for me when I start producing these shows, man. When I produce these shows, man. So, but the show last night was great. It is a winning show. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Like, the concept of the show is just hilarious. What I noticed was I'm so focused on the camera angles. I'm not really listening to the actual show. Like, I realized I wasn't really even listening to the show, but there was a lot of I mean, everybody was just enjoying themselves. That's what I noticed. I was like, man, these comics are having so much fun. It's just a great idea. It's a great show. So I just really think this show has a lot of potential. Um, there's just some things that we gotta kind of get on the same page about. But the show definitely has a lot of potential, man. You could watch. Where can you watch? Well, the first two episodes aren't available. They're actually on YouTube, but because I was getting flagged, I put those on private. But the third episode is on Kick. It is on Kick. Um, I don't know if I can name it though. I gotta log into my Kick and see if I can name that, because yeah, I'll do that today. But yeah, it's Bryce Jared's third episode. I must confess. I gotta play around with Kick a little bit more and just figure out the whole Kick thing. I mean, my OBS system is Ecamm Live, and it's just not Kick friendly. Like, I don't even know if I have views. Like, when I'm streaming from Ecamm Live, it doesn't say I have any views. I don't know if that's accurate or not. I gotta start playing around with Kick. I gotta figure out how to be on Kick a little bit more. And I'm not really sure what to use to stream on Kick. If I should just stream and just use the Kick thing, just log into Kick and stream from there, or if I should use maybe another OBS. I know that I went to YouTube and they said that, the OBS software, there's a free OBS software that works with Kick, but it also seemed like it had the same issues as Ecamm Live, with the stream key and everything. So I gotta start playing around with that more, man. All right, man, not gonna make this a long stream, especially if the chat ain't chatting. Chat ain't chatting. Just kind of here talking to myself. It is Easter Sunday, and I am going to church. Man, I got a lot of. I'm trying to make a habit out of not responding to triggering comments. What do you want to talk about? I'm all out. I'm all out. The things I had to talk about were my son being spoiled and immature. Talked about that. Not helping the dad out. Like I had to help my dad out. I had no choice. But at the same time, me and my dad weren't like tight like me and my son. But I think my son takes advantage about how tight we are. Like I had no choice. My dad was going to Home Depot. I had to go. My dad was digging in the backyard for no reason. I had to dig in the backyard for no reason. My dad was building a deck. I was building a deck. I had to help him out. It was not fun. My son doesn't have to do any manual labor. And once a month or twice a month, I have a comedy show, and it is pulling teeth to try to get him to be on the same page and give his old man support. And that's what we're going to talk about today. And honestly, now that I'm like getting all excited, I might just jump off the stream and go talk to him now while it's fresh in my mind. You know. So it's very frustrating, especially because I do have a big, strong, young man in the house. I don't have I'm trying to build a business. I'm trying to build this studio, and I don't have a lot of support right now. Eventually I will. I believe so. I feel like I'm starting to build a team. One like Bryce Jared. Bryce Jared has been a huge um he's been huge. I mean, he's talented, he's funny, he has great ideas. He's somebody out of the 6 months that I've been doing my comedy fitness show. He's somebody that I trust and can rely on. There are some things that we can discuss to get our communication a little bit better, and 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 I could explain how he could help, me and my anxiety out just a little bit more. So I'm gonna have those discussions with him. But yeah, he's I'm very grateful for Bryce Jared to be a part of the squad. You know what I'm saying? So this is how dope my son is. My son already makes money. My son is so he already makes his own money. He's a little entrepreneur, man. He sells clothes and he sells snacks at school and candy at school. I mean, my son takes like he's been making like $200 to $300 a week just doing that minimum. So, I mean, again, I'm complaining about these little issues, and honestly, in the grand scheme of things, like I'm so grateful for this little dude because he's really dope. It is just this one thing that it would be nice if he, would be a little bit more excited about, working with his dad and working with what his dad is up to. And, I think it's like I'm jealous of a video game, because he's so obsessed with this video game. I know, well, shit, right? I mean, when I say he's spoiled in a different kind of way, I mean, it's not like he's not doing the right things. I mean, he continues to impress me, you know? He continues to impress me. My son's kind of brilliant. It's just weird. I mean, like I'll walk by his room and he'll be like just randomly like watching videos about day trading and stuff like that. Like, so so this is just so I'm kind of bitching about this, but at the same time I'm still extremely grateful. Like the other day I was just thinking, like, I was like, how much shit I don't have to deal with? You know how much shit as a father I don't have to deal with? Don't have to deal with him and girls and him, having a girlfriend, and if he's having, because he's so obsessed with basketball, you know? Don't have to deal with him like going to parties. Don't have to deal with him drinking. Don't have to deal with him like smoking or experimenting in that way. I mean, I'm very grateful for who my son is. Um, so this little gripe I have, it's I guess it's just right now it's hot because I feel like if I had just a little bit more support um, from him, I'd feel better after I produced a show, you know. And I don't feel bad. It's just like I'd feel better. I don't like feeling hungover, you know. But I feel hungover because I have no help. It's just me. So yeah, I'm gonna talk to him about that. All right, man. We did 27 minutes. Everybody dropped off the stream. So that's my sign. I gotta get ready for church. This has been the Trigger Yogi live stream, man. We're gonna start a little earlier. So the Trigger Yogi live stream will be at 8 a.m. Moving forward. You guys have a happy Easter. And I'll see you tomorrow, 8 a.m. Same trigger time. Oh, there he is. He's back. Maybe just sit on it, find a way he will enjoy it. Sit, talk to him about how you're feeling. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna talk to him. I think I'm gonna go talk to him right now. And I gotta say, man, I appreciate you guys letting me kind of vent and talk about this because it's gonna make my conversation with him a lot better. Rather than just being like annoyed or upset. I kind of processed the whole thing, in my mind. I reminded myself how fantastic of a little young man he is and all the things I'm grateful for. It's going to make the conversation a lot better. So, you guys have helped me. And I think I'm going to go wake him up. We got to get ready for church and have that discussion with him. And yeah, we're gonna have a fantastic day, and I hope you guys also have a fantastic day. Make sure you sub to the channel. While you're at it, go subscribe to the Kick channel. It is Yoga Leroy Studios on Kick. Drop me a sub. The show we streamed last night, I Must Confess Part 3, is up there. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, 8 a.m. Have a wonderful Easter Sunday. Peace.